Imagine my surprise. Imagine my surprise when I am sitting in the car in the parking lot waiting to pick my daughter up from work, and I'm listening to BookTube, and I hear Books and Lala say, "Today's the first day of Summerween." My first thought was, poor Kayla. She's mistaken. But it's okay. I forgive you. Then I double checked, and guess what? It was the first day of Summerween, and I completely missed it. So that was yesterday. Today is actually July 6th. I was planning on doing Summerween Light this year. Anything with just a week to do anything in is really hard for me. Some weeks I read 3 books in a week. Some weeks I read 30 pages in a week. My original plan was to just pick some books that were Halloween-ish, spooky vibes, read them for the month of July, call it Summerween Light. But it's hard for me to do anything light. So I did pick some books for the prompts. Luckily, they were ones that were already on my TBR. And luckily, I already started one. So I started 19 Claws and a Blackbird. That fits the book with 5 words prompt. 19 Claws and a Blackbird. I did not know that this was a bunch of short stories. So I'm going to read them like slowly, not all in one sitting. And then I'm going to give each story a star rating and then average them together. And that's how I'm going to give that my star rating at the end. Also, I'm going to be starting How to Sell a Haunted House tonight. So this will fit the horror thriller prompt for Summerween. So I'll be checking in with you throughout the week, letting you know my progress. And thank you, Kayla from Books and Lala, for reminding me that Summerween started on July 5th this year. So, home ownership is a bitch sometimes. I just came in from mowing half of my lawn in like 90, 95 degree weather. I say half of my lawn because it is so rainy here that my grass grows so fast. And by the time I get around to mowing it again, it's so long that I have to go over it on like the highest level and then lower the lawnmower and go over it again. So I only got the front yard done, and then I came in and almost passed out. So I thought I would rather sit here and talk to you guys about books. So I am reading, I'm into 2 books right now for Summerween. The first one is 19 Claws and a Blackbird, and let me tell you what, WTF. I have rated every single one of the short stories so far in that book, either a 1 or a 2. And normally I would DNF this, I think, but I have been watching a lot of reviews and stuff, so I'm going to keep going with it. And because it's Summerween, I kind of don't want to DNF something in Summerween, so I am going to keep up with it. I'm about 160 pages into How to Sell a Haunted House, and so far it's not scary. It's a little creepy because there's like dolls and puppets and stuff. It's making me very angry, though. There is a character, which is the main character's brother, and he's scary just because he's such a idiot. He makes me so angry. I can't even imagine how he's making his sister feel. So nothing too scary yet. Nothing too amazing yet. I'm hoping to finish one of those in the next day or 2. And until next time, I will see you later. Summerween day 3. Let's see. So I have not read anything today at all. And it's the evening, but I'm going to fix that because I'm going to go upstairs and get into bed a little early tonight and get some reading done. But yesterday I did not get any of How to Sell a Haunted House read. But I did read a couple more short stories in 19 Claws and a Blackbird. And surprisingly, I rated one of the short stories a 3. All the other ones are still a 1 or a 2, but it gives me hope that maybe there are some redeeming short stories in that book. All the other ones I have completely not enjoyed. Not even a little tiny bit. Got this on my porch when I came home, and it's a book, so I'll ruin the surprise for you a little bit there. But I was really worried because there are people that I see on BookTube or BookTok or whatever, book social media, where they are taking their books out with them, like to the beach or to the lake or whatever. And it is so dang hot out there that like their books, the glue is melting in the spine and all their pages are falling out. And I live in Florida, so it is hot, hot, hot. And I was worried that this package was on the porch for too long. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's okay. This was part of my birthday present haul from my boyfriend. My birthday was in April, and he went on my Amazon wish list. And on my wish list, I have just a whole bunch of books that are not available yet that you can pre-order, but I don't usually pre-order them. And they're just to remind me that they're there and to look for them when they are published. And so he ordered one of those for me, not realizing that it was something that is not going to be released for another 3 months. So I've been waiting since April for the last part of my birthday present. And here it is. The Darkness Within Us by Trisha Levenseller. Look at those sprayed edges. I am trying to collect all of the sprayed edges that are coming out this year that are first editions. So these are not like special book box books. So that's cool. I'm excited about that. A lot of these that I'm ordering, I'm not necessarily looking forward to reading, or they're not necessarily on my must-read list, but they do look beautiful on my sprayed edges shelf. So happy birthday to me, 3 months late. I'm going to shut up for the night. I don't mean shut up. Close up. Turn off all the lights downstairs. Go upstairs. Do my nightly routine. And I'm going to try to get through a good chunk of How to Sell a Haunted House. I also am very close to finishing the update for Disney's Dreamlight Valley. I'm very close to finishing all the quests for that. So I may pop on my headphones and listen to some audiobook for a little bit while I do that. And I will come back on tomorrow. One last thing that I need to confess. I feel like such a goober. So this is the first year that I have participated in Summerween. And to be completely honest, I thought Summerween was just, let's read some spooky books in the summer because we love that vibe and we love the spooky season and we can't wait to get to it. Okay, that's sort of what it is. But I did not realize that Summerween started specifically on July 5th for a reason. And it's because after the 4th of July, there are no more major holidays until Halloween. So I've been seeing memes all over the place and videos of people who right after 4th of July, like July 5th, they go and hunt for all of their spooky Halloween decorations for the year. Didn't put 2 and 2 together literally until this morning. So next year, I think I'll be a little bit better prepared for Summerween. But I'm having a good time with it anyway. So until tomorrow.
Hey, so it's the day before the last day of Summerween, and I'm in bed because I'm sick, and you can probably hear it in my voice. Did not wake up feeling the greatest today. I did get a lot of How to Sell Your Haunted House read last night, and what started out as a book that I thought was going to just be a generic book about a haunted house with some creepy dolls actually started to get some meat on it last night. My original thoughts on 2 of the main characters sort of changed when you learned about more of their backstory and their childhood. My biggest complaint so far is that there were 2 or 3 chapters around the 200-page mark, and it was like a backstory into what happened when the brother was in college. And it was probably the 3 most boring chapters that I've ever read in my life. And I just like skimmed them. But I didn't get far enough past that to really see where the story was going to go afterwards. So I'll probably finish that either tonight or tomorrow. My plan was to go to Michael's today because they have their they have their Halloween stuff out. And I saw a really cool sign that I wanted for my bookshelves to be in the back of my videos and my book shows that I do. But obviously I wasn't feeling up to that. So hopefully I'll be able to go get that tomorrow. Also want to visit some more book sales. I know Barnes & Nobles has a book sale and Target has a book sale. So I just really hope that I feel up to that tomorrow. I do have a book show tonight, so I have like 2 hours before I have to be on my game and smile, sell books. It'll probably be a short show tonight because I'm not feeling it. But anyways, happy almost end of Summerween.
So it is the end of Summerween, and I have to say, this was my first year participating in Summerween, and I sucked at it. I didn't even finish a single book. Granted, I'm reading a bunch of books at one time. So if I were to concentrate on one book, I probably would have finished it. Also, I'm not feeling well. I'm sick. So I have not been reading as much the last like 24, 48 hours than I normally would. Was gonna go today and look at Halloween decorations at Michael's, and we ended up going to a different area of town, and there wasn't a Michael's, so I didn't get my sign yet. But maybe I will in the next couple of days. I did visit Target, and they had their buy two get one free sale, and I still only walked out of there with one book. So I did get The Spell Shop. Love this book. Can't wait to read that. Nice little cozy fantasy. So my first Summerween is in the books, and I am going to vow right now that I'm going to do much better. So I'm still working on how to sell a haunted house. Definitely not blowing me out of the water. Definitely there are some times where I'm like, what am I reading? But I also feel like there is a good chance for it to pick up before the end, and maybe it'll surprise me. I'm still working on 19 Claws and a Blackbird. So far, not impressed. On top of those, I am working on City of Brass for a book club, and also another book for a secret video I have coming up. So I'm going to go make some tea for my throat, and I'm going to close up Summerween for 2024 and come back in 2025 more prepared and ready to rock Summerween. Until next time, happy reading.